The new arena isn't good for a whole plethora of players within the community. Fight recovery time is being altered temporarily. Chinese players receive compensation, and attractive man nearly falls off of chair. Oh, that sounds like a very important last story. You must keep watching for that one. And yes, everybody, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions News, the show on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. So make sure to, like, subscribe with post notifications on all, so hopefully when the videos pop up you get to see them. And before going absolutely anywhere, I just want to give a thanks to my current YouTube members on screen now and Patrons on screen now. Thank you so much for keeping up the love and support. And also those that come and watch over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. That is where I do all of my live streaming. Make sure to catch a live stream tonight where we're doing the Cavalier difficulty, and as well those that give tier 1 subs. If you've got Amazon Prime and want to give a free Twitch sub, you can do. Please, to myself, that would be very helpful. Those that do bits, those that do donations, thank you. But now we've got to put our serious faces on. To talk about serious stuff within the community and announcements from Kabam. So this one here, which is a temporary change to reducing a fight recovery time to 1 hour. So it's currently an issue causing players that play longer than 1 hour to experience a crash. By the way, playing after 1 hour, your literal game is just, it performs so weird and wonky. While we work to find a fix for this issue, we'll be temporarily reducing the fight recovery time from 2 hours to 1 hour. For those unfamiliar with fight recovery system, when logging back into a fight within 10 minutes of a crash or disconnection, you should see a fight recovery screen and be able to resume the fight where you left it. If you're not familiar, this happens a lot for me, I'd say in Arena, but there are times it's happened in Alliance Quest and Alliance Wars. Those are kind of like pivotal points for players when, just kind of grinding out. So yeah, just look out for that. Be careful. I'd say when it comes to like the hour mark of the game's process, just maybe like turn off your device or kind of like turn down the app and stuff, and then take it from there. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Next up, and I've been interested with the way that Kabam have handled the Karina's challenge, in particular when it comes to Miikes Revenge. A lot of things have been said as to like how clear it is, and the biggest problem has been when bringing one, many, lower, or different of the blue and Cyclops Xavier school respectively. So if you've brought a 2-star version of one because you don't have the other version into the particular content. Anyway, it looks like maybe Kabam are on the case with creating more clarity around this. So in response here to a player's concern, there's been reports of this which we are currently investigating. At the moment, we do not have any information about this, but we are working to verify what is happening and we'll work to find a solution as quickly as possible. What that solution is, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, changing the wording is one thing. If we have information we can share in the future, we'll let everyone know. Right, okay. I don't think Kabam would sort out players that have gone in and made a mistake, like Cam and many other people into the content have gone like, yeah, I'm now at the collector. I don't have the correct types of champions. I've got maybe a 3-star and a 2-star version, or I've just got myself like one of the 3 stars and nothing else. So we're still yet to have any kind of clarification or anything that would be helpful. Not like, I don't think Kabam would do compensation or stuff like that, because I just don't think it's in their nature to do that. Did we see compensation recently for a lot of problems that have occurred with the parry and dex issues and the incursions mastery things? No. So I doubt that they'll be doing anything here, but it would be a nice gesture. I think the only thing being changed is what Kabam said. The wording is probably going to be changed, and that's it. Next up, and on to a very important story, and that is Arena. Now, I did put out a video yesterday about my personal experience. Yes, something I did miss off is that 6 stars. I do have 6 stars, and yes, I would, theoretically, within the 5.5 mil that I said I'd be able to do, be able to run in 6 stars to get up to further milestones. But at the same token, it would be a case, again, time and availability. If still rolling an extra 6-star in, and I say for whatever reason, and I think I did the maths yesterday, if I still did a rank 3 6-star, 3 a day, 4 a day, if I had time to do it, because that's the big thing. It's not just about roster as well. It's as well as time. There's very many factors. I probably would be able to add an extra 1 mil onto my grind, which if you kind of saw my working out on my sums, which I will kind of like get on screen in a second, it still would not get me close to where I'd want to be. So you know, for example, on screen right now. If I said, okay, I can use 6 stars, and I added an extra mil, which theoretically that would be to it, it's still not enough to get me close to the amount of units and battle chips that I would have from doing the previous arena setup, if you understand where I'm coming off with that one. But that's just really kind of to say that it's not just about the fact of 5.5 mil or like roster. There's a lot more to it than time, but also the next time you get to the next milestone, which again is a very, very kind of like important aspect to this dissection. But look, let's put it down to this. There's people at different stages of the game with different types of issues with this. Whether or not it's time, whether or not it's roster, the facts that I'm seeing across the board is players will lose out in a substantial amount of units and milestones as a result of these changes. And that's really, really annoying. And players' thought processes seem to be very much the same, with 306 people voting for no in do you like the new arenas. And again, these players may be from different types of areas. There were areas of the game from the point of like a roster or kind of like progression. Now, there's going to be players that like this. I can definitely see if I was more of a substantial grinder, maybe I would like it. But essentially what you're saying is, in order to get a full amount of milestones, you've got to invest 33 mil, I think it is, of points into the arenas. But that's very difficult when, again, we're talking about roster, and again, we're talking about, you know, time and effort. And it is astounding to look at the shift between, again, I like the streamlined elements to the arena, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that there's only 3, so it's all about targeting. But the biggest problem with targeting is where things are put in. And as well to consolidate, because that's what the Kabam have done. They've consolidated all the units and stuff into the most difficult of the ones. Not difficult, but say the more labor intensive, let's say that labor intensive grind effort, especially if you compare it with the other ones. The difference with the other ones that it's just it wasn't so labor intensive to get some of the stuff. And there are some the winners and losers from the extent of like how much you get back. But as I said, like I had a process that if I had time, I would grind out the 4-star basic and the 4-star featured, because those are the most easiest for me to do, and as well very good for time investment if there is no new content that is on. So I will, if I had a opportunity, I would do all the arenas, but if there's new content on, like Cavalier difficulty, and I want to 100% it before say something else comes on, like Act 7.2, then your process is going to be, right, time. What is important for my time? How much time do I have? What am I able to get? And that was kind of like the way that I'd structure that. And again, as I said, like the new system is just not viable for me, even with a load of 6 stars, to get myself in the same time the volume of units and battle chips as well. So it's like it becomes frustrating. Now, Kabam are looking for your feedback on stuff. Even here saying our goal is to keep the effort roughly the same, but of course with the reducing amount of number of arenas, that's going to be difficult with the change of the rarities allowed in each arena. The points are definitely going to be different, but we want to keep it roughly the same. If that's not the case, we want to know. And I think that's the thing, give them feedback. Link is in the description to the thread. And as I said, like even with me having 6 stars in my roster, I'm still not able to get with the time investment, because that's the key thing here. It's not just about having the roster, the time investment to get to where I was before. So again, if I add an extra mil onto my points based on, again, the time I have to invest, the champions that I've got at 6-star rarity, 565 and whatever, I will still be able to add, I don't know, an extra mil onto my grind. So say my 5.5 mil is now 6 mil based on, I don't know, I've got enough time. Instead of using all my 565s and all my top 5-star champions, it's basically, I'm trying to say is that if I repeat my same process, but I add and rotate 6-star champions into it, I'm still not able to achieve the amount of units and as well the battle chips that I had before from doing a not similar, but kind of like different process is what I'm trying to say with this. Now, I don't know whether or not I'm going to post another video on this, because if theoretically I'm just kind of saying exactly what is going on here with the arena situation. It's bad and changes need to be done, but but maybe it's worth another kind of further deep dive into the subject. I did one yesterday, and I kind of feel that it may be best to kind of do a follow-up one, but we'll see. We'll see how the day goes on. Now on to our next story, which is all about Chinese compensation. Yes. Shout out to the Chinese people within our community. Shout out to the people, Chinese people in the Discord, or players in China, or where they might be getting this particular compensation. Got this image sent through, and it was kind of interesting just to find out that there's players out there receiving compensation for something. And it was very mysterious as to the reasons for this said compensation. And again, it's very difficult to find the reasons for all this happening and as well stuff. So a player said here, did anyone get this message? My game is set in English, but I got a Chinese message. It says, delayed update. Hello, Summoner. Thank you for your patience. We are sorry for the inconvenience caused. Tap below for your compensation. Then the usual thanks for players MCC stuff confuses me, since it's not talking about emergency maintenance. I'm from Hong Kong, by the way, which is not in the China server from my experience in the past. I assume HK is Hong Kong, but that's kind of weird, isn't it? That's not within the China server, and maybe there's something maybe specific there. It's a very unusual thing to see, and as to like the reasoning behind it. There's also another player saying here, I did get a few level 2 revives, potions, some energy refills and some random stuff, but it wasn't a compensation. Just had a message from the game team in China. I live in China. So that's very unusual. It's a very unusual thing. Not in a bad way. And at the end of the day, if there's a different experience, if there's something that's gone wrong in China as a result of, say, I don't know, a latency in the update or something going wrong, then yeah, of course they can get a compensation. Absolutely hunky-dory with me, but it's just unusual because a lot of the Chinese players are confused as to what the reason behind this would be. Maybe the people that, because I don't know if Kabam run the game in China, I don't know if it's a separate company that run Marvel Contest of Champions in China, or if it could be like whatever and however it's run. But maybe they felt for whatever reason something didn't go according to plan, and they wanted to do something in order to kind of make peace, or maybe just like a gift of goodwill or something along those lines, which, you know, that may be the reason for it. But it's still, as I said, very unusual. A lot of players are still really not concerned, but confused about it in a good way. And I think that's always the good thing. Unexpected surprises compensated for stuff. And it's not so substantial. Look, here's the thing, guys. Where is it? Where are you really wanting to see a four? I mean, look, that would help out a 4-star, like a 4-star champion for a player that doesn't have a 4-star. Great. Those that need more 4-stars, great. Thumbs up. The only thing of value for me that I'm interested in is the full energy refills and the 3 revives. Apart from that, that's just like it's a nice little gift. So that's really the kind of the story behind that, if you see any of these images floating around. Also, in a funny little ending to Marvel Contest of Champions news, I'm just going to give you this this video of me nearly falling off my chair. I believe my chair is broken. #ChairFund. So I nearly fell off the back of it. It's got no support, so I'm literally sitting on some kind of weird platform at the moment. In any case, yes, thank you very much. Let's show this. I'd love to say that this is going to be a 6-star. Let's face it. We all know. Whoa! I think my chair's broken. And there we go, that's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Friday. I may post another video today, haven't really decided, but we'll see. Thank you so much. Check out some other content located up there, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.